pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Runs over it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. He'll look to throw. The quick slam caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes it...
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dyson. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Dyson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And this one will bring it back to the 22. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Panthers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Well, these two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Dyson. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Off play action. Dyson. That's caught. It's Cunningham. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
14. Buccaneers 7.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Through 1 one quarter, 14-7 our score. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fields. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Panthers 21, Buccaneers 7. Zane Gonzalez.
Now after the touchdown, Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A throw left side to start out, that's complete. That catch good for only a couple. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that's a great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, Dyson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and 5. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Tight end right. Hey, 4 down. My five. And it goes.
Off the play fake. Dyson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
4 down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Sherman. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dyson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Dyson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Dyson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. They'll try and run the option. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
53's the mic.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Fields. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for Carolina.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
I can't believe they let you play.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. To throw on 3rd down, Dyson going for the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking on the midfield logo. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? As we are back and underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to not a good one. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, Conley. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Panthers 45, Buccaneers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Dyson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute again.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of a time.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long because that's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came into this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down, yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Off the bootleg, Dyson. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bucs 19-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
First and 10.
Throwing on first down. Dyson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sherman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Off play action. Dyson. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long.
And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick.
Hey, let's go.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Fields. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
Elsewhere, they're in the 3rd quarter in Kansas City. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going up top. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Buccaneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. They're going to keep it on the ground. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole as they'll remain down by a bundle. And it looks
looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off at the 24. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking downfield for Godwin. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it,
and off to the races down the right side.
110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
59, Buccaneers 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dyson. He's going to air one out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The second down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete.
And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Watch right. Three bud.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Geisen. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here.
58-yard attempt.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Okay, double up.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.